Hey guys, give you a little introduction to who I am. My name's Silas, Silas St. John. I am 21, going to be 22 this coming in 19 days, actually. Um, I recently came across a big change in my life. I've grown spiritually, emotionally. I'd like to say physically, but I haven't been able to get in the gym, and you know what? That's okay. Um, I want to come on here because I don't really know why I want to come on here, but I know for a fact that not a lot of people are going to see this, and but I want to dictate my journey. I want not dictate. I want to document my journey, and this is me candid. So if I fuck up and I make mistakes while making this, you know what? That's me. Um, I recently had someone very important in my life decide to leave, and I've had this feeling in my heart that I can't control. The love that you feel for someone when you grieve and you go through losing someone very important to you is very real. There's a lot of people that say, when you grieve, you know that that love was real. And the thing is, no matter what happens, you can look back and appreciate that relationship. And I'm not going to be one of those people that say, fuck your ex and they weren't good enough for you. I'm going to say, hey, you you were blessed to be able to live life alongside that person for however long you were together. You were blessed to be able to show each other love and appreciation and support through dark times. And it is a blessing to be able to love somebody like that. And it's also a blessing to be able to lose someone like that because it shows you what love is. And grieving that love is healthy. And that love's never going to leave. That love is never going to leave your heart. And there's one thing that I want to say: what's meant for you is not going to pass you by. If that is that person in the future, or if that is someone else coming into your life and showing you love and appreciating you for who you are. Because I know deep down that every single person has a good heart. No matter what you've been through, or no matter what your actions have led you to believe, you have a good heart. So taking steps towards that, seeing that person, seeing that man, seeing that woman through the storm, and what helped me the most when I was grieving and in the most pain was seeing that man and using that as my North Star. One of my very close friends told me, gave me some advice, and he goes, man, you might not be the man that you want to be right now. But what you can do is fake it till you make it. Because if you keep faking it, one day you're going to wake up and realize, holy shit, look at me now. I am that person. I'm that person that I knew that I could be. I'm gonna keep trying to block this with my head, my bald ass Eminem head. I'm that person now. And that old me is no longer with me. Those old vices, those old ways I used to cope are not part of me anymore because I have healthier ways. And things that have helped me is finding community, finding friends, finding family, reaching back out to old people, to old friends that you haven't spoke to in a long time. And get a fucking journal, man. Get a journal and write down the things that you want from life. The things that helped me the most was writing down the truths and not believing the lies. You know what? I still grapple with that. Sometimes I think I'm a fuck up. I struggle with an addiction to pornography. I struggle with an addiction to people pleasing and putting myself secondary, putting my own self-love secondary. You know what? All you can do is love yourself for who you are and appreciate every single thing that you don't love about yourself at the moment. You know what? There was a time 3 years ago where I hated myself. I hated myself for the genre of porn that I watched, because shit got dark, man. Shit got really dark. You know what now? I look back and I go, that's not me. That's not me. Your vices, whatever you run to, if that's sex, gambling, alcohol, drugs, porn, that is not you. That is you as a soul trying to cope with your wounds and your trauma. And you're never going to get better if you don't address those wounds in yourself. You're never going to get better if you don't look deeply inside of yourself and figure out what drives you to do those things. You're never going to get better if you continue to hide and run from who you are. You're never going to get better if you don't appreciate yourself. You don't radically accept who you are. Radically accept, you know what, I've fucked up and I've made mistakes, but everyone does. And hating yourself and bringing you down does not only do a disservice to those you love, but it does a disservice to your own self. Because you are the only person that you are ever going to be around your whole entire life. People leave. Some people stay. Some people leave, like I said. Some people die. But you are the only person that you are ever going to be around your entire life. You're the only person that's going to walk you through the pain, the loss, the joy, the love. Because there's always an end. If that's someone walking away, or if that's losing someone, there's always an end. And radical acceptance is the only way to get through that. Saying, hey, you know what? The good times are good, and the bad times are bad. But ultimately, we had a good relationship. We had a good friendship. Thank you for being there for me. Thank you for being there and allowing me to show up as my authentic self. Thank you for allowing me to learn lessons and grow. Thank you for allowing me to realize I have to love myself. Thank you for allowing me to become the person that I am today because you walked away. Thank you for giving me the lesson. Whatever lesson that is, say thank you, wish them the best of luck. You know what? If things come back around, they do, and if not, you're going to be okay either way. You're going to be okay because the right people are going to stay and the right people are going to come back around. And if you're going through a breakup right now, or you're going through a loss of someone who is very dear to you, and like I said, I'm going to keep trying to block that, you are going to be okay. The storm is going to subside, and you are going to become a better person, a better man, a better woman because of this. And I hate to say they're doing you a service, but you cannot grow without pain. Pain is a catalyst. Pain's a thing that changes you as a person. The pain of loss will completely rewrite your life story. So you must go through loss to allow for growth. You must go through loss to be able to go into that cocoon, completely dissolve all the loss, all the pain, and months later, years later, or however long it takes, come out of that cocoon a changed individual who is going to attract the people that are going to stay in your life and are going to be able to hold the love that you give. And only through that, only through the pain of loss can you change. Because in comfort, all of those vices are going to stay. So my friends, I want to leave you with this. The universe loves you. The universe supports you. And this very moment, this very struggle was written into your story before you came to this earth. The divine is behind you. The divine supports you. You know what? Your soul is content. Your soul is happy. And you know what? At the end of the day, your soul is happy you're going through this. Because without this, no integration can occur. So my friends, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the utmost love from my heart and the universe. And I'll see you on the next journey. Cheers.